Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers, Kyle spirals out. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers show Kyle Abbott seething at his mother, Diane Jenkins, during the week of March 25th to 29th, 2024. Meanwhile, someone crosses the line while another weighs a huge decision on YNR. Check out the latest spoilers for next week on the CBS Sudzer. This week, on YNR, Kyle Abbott's, Michael Mealer, resentment of his mom, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, gets the best of him. Next week, Kyle pushes Diane too far and she has to remind him that she is his superior. He reports to her, she does not report to him. Sarcastically, he snipes at her to forgive him if he overstepped. Clearly, Kyle is not handling his mother's promotion at Jabot Cosmetics well. She has the job he wants, and even though he said he was happy for her, it's a better pill for him to swallow. Soon, on Young and the Restless, Kyle may take a dark turn. He could very well try to sabotage Diane at work and steal her job. If so, it likely won't go over well with his father, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. And if Kyle pushes too far, he could end up getting fired from Jabot. Then, he could spiral out of control and start acting out again on Young and the Restless. Indeed, that won't sit well with Kyle's ex-wife, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. Currently, they are co-parenting peacefully. However, if he starts lashing out and acting erratically, it could throw a wrench into their parenting relationship. Additionally, on Young and the Restless, Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, struggles with her next move. Now that Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, has left her for Heather Stevens, Dale Bloom, Lily is unsure if she wants to fire Heather from Chancellor Winters or not. Next week, Lily has a confrontation with Heather. Then she has an awkward run-in with Daniel. Of course, she doesn't want to see the two of them blissfully happy every day. But she also can't fire them without cause. Perhaps she will turn to Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, for legal advice. Elsewhere, on YNR, Tucker McCall, Trevor St. John, makes things worse with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver. When Audra refuses to talk to him, he gets a little too rough and grabs her arm. That's when Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, walks in and doesn't like what he sees. He comes to Audra's rescue and Tucker gets annoyed. Indeed, his behavior might push Audra right into Nate's arms on Young and the Restless. It's no secret that she finds Nate attractive. And she appears to be genuinely done with Tucker. So, she might soon try to get Nate into bed. YNR is dramatic and exciting. Don't miss a minute to see if Kyle Abbott goes off the deep end plus all the other drama on the CBS soap opera. Get all the latest Young and the Restless spoilers and updates daily from Soap Genoa City crackled with tension as whispers of impending chaos swirled like a brewing storm. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting long shadows over the restless souls of its inhabitants. In the heart of this drama, Kyle Abbott found himself caught in a tempest of emotions, his world spinning out of control like a ship lost at sea. It all began with a simple choice, a decision made in the heat of the moment, but little did Kyle know that this choice would set off a chain reaction of events that would rock his world to its core. As the heir to the Abbott legacy, Kyle had always felt the weight of expectation pressing down on his shoulders, but he had never imagined that the consequences of his actions would be so dire. The week started like any other, with Kyle going about his business at Jabot Cosmetics, his mind preoccupied with the usual concerns of running a successful company. But behind the facade of confidence, doubts gnawed at him like a persistent itch, fueled by secrets he had buried deep within his heart. As the days passed, those secrets began to bubble to the surface, threatening to consume him whole. It all came to a head when an unexpected visitor arrived in town, bringing with her a blast from Kyle's past that he had hoped to leave behind. Sasha, the woman he had once loved with a passion that bordered on obsession, sauntered back into his life with a devilish grin and a glint of mischief in her eyes. From the moment she stepped foot in Genoa City, Kyle knew that trouble was brewing, but try as he might, he couldn't resist the pull of their shared history. Their reunion was like a collision of stars, fiery and explosive, leaving destruction in its wake. Old wounds were reopened, old flames reignited, and Kyle found himself drawn back into a web of lies and deceit that threatened to consume him whole. As the week unfolded, Kyle's world began to unravel at the seams. Lies piled upon lies, each one more elaborate than the last, until he found himself trapped in a maze of his own making, with no way out but through the flames. Meanwhile, whispers of betrayal echoed through the hallowed halls of the Abbott mansion, as Jack and Ashley sensed that something was amiss with their brother. They had always known that Kyle had a penchant for trouble, but this was different. This was something darker, something more sinister, and they feared that it would tear their family apart at the seams. But amidst the chaos and turmoil, there was one beacon of hope for Kyle, his beloved Lola. With her unwavering support and boundless love, she stood by his side, a pillar of strength in his darkest hour. Together, they weathered the storm, clinging to each other like a lifeline in the raging sea. As the week drew to a close, Kyle found himself at a crossroads, his future hanging in the balance. Would he succumb to the darkness that threatened to consume him, or would he find the strength to rise above it and reclaim his destiny? Only time would tell, but one thing was for certain: in the world of the young and the restless, nothing was ever as it seemed, and the only constant was change. And as Kyle stood on the precipice of uncertainty, he knew that the only way forward was to face his demons head-on, no matter the cost.